What is going on YouTube? Cheatmaster55 here, and today I have an updated deck profile on the Twilight Lightsworn build. You guys seem to really like this deck profile the last time I did it, so I thought I'd go through the deck again once more for you with some of the changes I've made post Shadow Specters, and so you could see what I've done to the deck to improve it. And I took some of your suggestions, and overall you'll see that I've tried to make the deck a lot more consistent and a lot more powerful than it used to be. So please remember to like and subscribe, shooting for around the 10-15 like mark, and comment your opinions down below. Really appreciate your feedback. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video. First off, start with the obvious choices: Chaos Sorcerer and BLS for your Chaos engine. 3 Judgment Dragons, because it's the most powerful archetype boss monster in the game. 1 Celestia. Like I've commented on this card before, run at 1, never would go over it in Twilight. It's a solid boss, but 1 is the perfect number. Moving on to the Lightsworns, 3 Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress for breaking back row. 3 Lumina, serving as the monster reborn of the deck. 2 Raikou for popping stuff. I do not like how it's a little slow with the having to set, but that 1 pop and instant mill 3 can make a pretty big difference. 2 Wolf. I've considered dropping it to 1, but I'm still really liking Wolf. Instant special summoned card when it's milled, and which is really easy to do. So Wolf overall pretty good. And now for the one-offs, 1 Jane, 1 Gareth, and 1 Aaron. All very good Lightsworns, and all good names to have ready for JD. And also for the hand traps, light hand traps, 1 Honest, because Honest is really good for any deck that runs a high amount of lights. Now moving on to the dark lineup, for our dark hand traps, 1 Gorz, Emissary of Darkness. Awesome card. You don't set much, so there are chances where you will have clear field, and this card can save you, so definitely a good card to run. Also run 2 Plague Spreader Zombie and 3 Destiny Hero Malicious. Gone over this in my last video, but these cards can make a huge difference in a game. You can pull off 2 level 8 synchros in a turn, go off like crazy. If you have like 1 Malicious engraved and 1 Plague Spreader in hand, you can make 2 level 8 synchros, like I just said. Crazy, it's awesome, adds a lot of versatility to the deck, and that's something I really like. And moving on to our final 2 monsters, 2 Card Troopers, because you can never go wrong with Card Troopers. With their instant 3 mil, can make all the difference in a game. Moving on to spells, 1 Charge Light Brigade, an amazing search card. Absolutely flawless, love this card. Also 3 Solar Recharge, great draw power. One of your main draw engines in the deck, really good. Draw 2, mill 2, great. Also 2 MST, really solid card. Just for breaking back row, clearing off your opponent's back row to summon JD. 1 Dark Hole, pretty self-explanatory. 1 Gold Sarcophagus. Usually search out Judgment Dragon or BLS with this card. I occasionally will search out Charge Light Brigade, depending on the situation. It really does. If I already have like Judgment Dragon or BLS in hand, and depends on what the grave's looking like. Gotta take everything into consideration and what's going on in the game. 1 Monster Reincarnation, just in case you accidentally mill a boss or you need a card from the grave. This card can make all the difference. Also run 1 Foolish Burial for burying cards you need, or it can be an instant summon for a wolf. Very versatile in this deck. Also run 1 Pot of Dichotomy. I'm loving this card from the new set. I would consider running 2, but I honestly don't see it as something I'd want to do, because honestly you don't really want to put cards back in, but it's also really good, kind of can serve as a monster reincarnation. Put JD's back, put BLS back, Chaos Sorcerer back. There is one time where I had JD, Chaos Sorcerer, and BLS all in the grave, and I shuffle them all back in and draw 2. So in some ways this card's even better than Pot of Avarice, and I'm really liking it. I've been playing it for a while now, and it's just great, very good card. Pot of Dichotomy. Pot of Dichotomy. Very good card. Moving on to the trap lineup, 1 Breakthrough Skill and 1 Sixth Sense. Breakthrough is self-explanatory, it's still alive even when it's milled. And 6th Sense, all I gotta say is enjoy it while it lasts. You can plus super hard off this card, but there is a very high possibility that card is going to be banned. So that's everything for the main deck. Moving on to the side deck. Most of the stuff in here is self-explanatory, but I will explain it as we go. 2 Kaikus for Dragon matchup, decks that banish a lot. All that stupid crap you don't want to deal with. 2 Flying Seas for Evil Swarms or Constellars. Shut them down while they're trying to go into Pleiades or Ophion. 1 Maxi for Dragons, draw power. 1 Xyz Encore for Constellars and Evil Swarms. 3 Imperial Iron Wall for decks that try and troll you with macro, or the Dragon matchup, pretty obvious there. 2 Gozen Match, because the majority of your monsters are light and you can live without the darks, really. 1 Trap Stun. 1 Mind Drain. 1 Soul Drain, most of the Mermail matchup. And 1 the Transmigration Prophecy. This is also good for other decks, also pretty good for the Mermail matchup. So yeah, that is my side deck. Now for the grand finale, moving on to the extra deck. Start things off with the rank 4s. We have Lavalval Chain. This card's great. You can stack BLS or JD to the top of your deck, or you can get a card that you direly need into the graveyard, like a Plague Spreader or a Malicious, to get your play set up. So very good. Also run 1 Constellar Omega. This is something a personal friend of mine suggested. It's basically Tiras, Keeper of Boundaries. Not Tiras, Armades, Keeper of Boundaries. In the form of a light rank 4. You can use this card and it's unaffected by spells and traps, so Dark Hole won't hurt it. Deep Prison, Mirror Force, that stuff. So if you're going for a really safe attack, definitely a good card to have. Starlish Paladynamo, super amazing, super broken, gets over really stupid cards like Draco Sack, etc., etc. 1 Maestro, self-explanatory, amazing card. Set stuff, save itself, you know the drill. Got Cowboy, finishing games. Moving on to rank 3s, Leviair, for obvious reasons. Number 17, Leviathan Dragon, Tempo, and Wind Up Zen Mains. Pretty self-explanatory lineup there. Moving on to the Synchros, got a high level 8 count. 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Red Dragon Archfiend, and 1 Crimson Blader. This card's unbelievably broke, this card's pretty good, this card's amazingly good, and this card is awesome as well. They all put in mad work, like almost every game, because there's almost no game where you won't go into a level 8 Synchro. I also run 1 HTS Psyhemoth for a level 6 Synchro. This card's really good. I like splashing it in any deck that can make level 6s, because it just gets rid of those problems like Draco Sack. Finally, I run 1 Ally of Justice Catastor for that last level 5 Synchro option. So that is everything for this deck profile. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember, like I said, to like and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Definitely try this deck out, it's super fun, I totally suggest it. And yeah, that's about everything. Cheapmaster55 signing out.